Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Sonic Yoda from SEGADriven, and welcome back to our Sonic Amateur Games Expo 2018 coverage. In this episode, we're taking a look at this rather lovely Sonic Chaos remake. Wow, what a fantastic thing this is. Heavily inspired by Sonic Mania, this attempts to reimagine Sonic Chaos, the 8-bit Master System and Game Gear game, as a fully fledged sort of like remake. There's not really much in the way of level layout, noticeable sections of level layout from the original. This kind of just goes with the fact that the stage themes and names and things are the same, but obviously completely redrawn, completely imagined, and like I say, the stage designs are completely different. So there's a lot of new content here, despite the fact that it's called Sonic Chaos. But yeah, and like I say, it's very much riffing on Sonic Mania in that the design sort of evolves. So the first stage you're outdoors and it's very sunny, and then the second stage you go inside a cave and then re-emerge outside, and then there's a transition and it goes sort of into the sunset, and there's changes to the color palette, and it's sort of evolving stage design, very similar to Sonic Mania, which is really fantastic, I've got to be said. On your first playthrough, the stage design might be a little bit disorientating, especially in the second act where you double back on yourself quite a lot. On my first go through, I did get lost quite a bit and I couldn't quite suss out where I was supposed to go. But do enough exploring and it soon sort of makes sense, and you start to get your head around how it all works and where you're supposed to be going. After that first playthrough, it was very easy to go through again as Tails. Tails is a little bit easier to play as well, what with him being able to fly. It just makes exploration a little bit easier because you're not battling with the fact that certain paths and certain routes are out of reach as Sonic, because his jump height isn't quite enough to get you up to certain routes, whereas with Tails obviously you can just fly up there. So there's definitely reasons to play as both. There's no real changes to the actual stage design if you play as a different character. They're both playing on the same stages with the same bosses. It's just, like I say, it's a little bit easier to get around as Tails. But otherwise, this is a really fantastic first demo for a really interesting project. I hope this continues because I'd love to see this finished. The 8-bit Sonic titles are, I think, a little bit unloved in places, and Chaos is one of my favourites. So it's lovely to see something like this. There's some cool little interesting new gimmicks as well. There's this sort of slingshot thing that sits around the palm trees, and if you go into it quickly, it'll spin you around the palm tree and give you elevation and chuck you up into the air, and that's really cool. There's some tubes as well which separate into different places, and if you're holding up, you'll go into the higher path. But you need to have enough speed to get up there, and I couldn't quite get enough speed to go into that and find my way all the way up the top path. So there might be something I'm missing there. But again, it encourages exploration. I think I'll definitely be revisiting this demo and seeing what else it has to offer, because I'm very impressed with it so far. I think it's a really pretty little thing. It plays really well as well. Very much in keeping with the traditional 16-bit Sonic gameplay. So yeah, really fun to play. But yeah, just a cool project. Lovely to see 8-bit games getting more recognition. I think Chaos in particular is a really good one, so I'd lovely to see this being picked up for a remake idea and being executed so well. Really fantastic pixel art here all round. Would highly recommend this one. Please check it out.